All right, we got question number 7, C and D. We have a domain of 0 to 360 degrees. This first one, C, is tangent squared x is equal to 5 tangent x. They're both tangent. One's a square. Let's get them both on the same side. When you got a quadratic, consider trying to factor it. In this case, I get tan x is equal to tan x minus 5. I can make each one equal to 0. And then I can solve each one separately. So this one is going to be tan negative 1, 0. And then this is going to be the inverse tan of, well, got to get 5 on the other side. So it's going to be inverse tan of 5 is equal to x. And now I go to my calculator. I make sure that I'm in degrees, which I wasn't in. And I put in the first one. That's going to be 0. And see, once I get my first angle, I just add 180 until I'm out of the domain. So 0 plus 180 is going to be 180. There's another answer. And then 180 plus 180, that's another answer. That's 360. Now, if the domain had said less than 360, not equal to, well, then I wouldn't be using it. But it does say equal to. Now, for the other one, we put a 5 in there. And I got a 78.7. Degrees, I add 180 degrees to that, and I get my next angle. And if there's any more, but I don't think there's going to be, because 258 plus 180 is going to be bigger than 360. Those are my two answers there. Now this one is quadratic, but you see it's got both a sine and a cosine. But don't be in a big hurry to divide everything by cosine. Let's go ahead and factor out the sine first and separate them. So now when I do that, if I factor out the sine x, I'm going to get sine x plus 2 sine, no, not 2, plus 2 cosine x equal to 0. Whenever you got two things multiplied together that equal 0, you can separate them and make them both equal to 0. And see, now that I've got two separate equations, I can treat them separately. In this one, I'm just going to go ahead and do the inverse sine, put a 0 in there, and I'm going to find out that it's going to be a 0. And then I also know that if I go across, it's going to be 180. And if I come back again, it's going to be 360. Those are all angles that are going to be working here for 0. So now I go over here. Now is when I divide everything by cosine x to create this tangent. Tangent x plus 2 is equal to 0. And now all I got to do is get the 2 out of there. And I'm going to get the inverse tan of negative 2. Inverse tan, negative 2. I got negative 63.43. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. I know that it's outside my domain, but all I'm going to do now is start adding 180 degrees. And I'm going to find answers that will work. I add 180. And I get one answer of 116.6. And if I add another 180, which I should still be below 360 if I do, I'll get 296.56 or 296.6. And that's all there is for that one. All right, thanks for watching.